materials. So before that, we will discuss the 5S principles, and 5S stands for. So what is 5 principles? Five principles is one of the first tools that can be applied in a company that is starting down the path of continuous improvement culture. A 5S implementation helps to define the first rule to eliminate waste and maintain an efficient, safe, and clean work environment. So the 5S principle, it is important in our home, or especially if we have a store. So the 5S help us to maintain the cleanliness and the safety. So the 5S methods divided in 5 steps. The first step is sorting, or in Japanese term, it is seri. So everybody read.
The first step in 5S
methodology is
to sort. This step involves identifying the necessary items. This helps to reduce clutter, minimize distractions, and streamline the workspace.
So, the first step is sorting. So, it is important to separate things, or even not sa store, it is important to separate the reusable ones to sa dili na magamit. So that we can easily identify which are the things nga pwede pang magamit or katong dili na magamit. So the second one is strengthening, or in Japanese term, it is seton. So everybody read.
This step involves organizing the necessary items logically and systematically. This includes assigning a specific location for each item and labeling them for easy identification. This helps to reduce search time and eliminate the need for excess inventory.
So, the first steps kanina is kuan to siya, sorting. So, gi-separate naman nato itong mga reusable. Pwede siyang magamit nga mga items o sa katong dili magamit. So, in second steps is atuwa na siyang i-label kung unsa pananglitan if na kay store. Then, it is important to put a label. Like example, kaninga part is pansit kanto ni siya. So, kaninga part kaning noodles ni siya. So, it is important to separate and put labels so that we can easily identify which items or asa ang items na belong. So the third one is systematic, or cleaning, shine, or in Japanese term, it's siso. So everybody read.
This step involves cleaning and maintaining the workspace. This includes regular cleaning, inspections, and maintenance.
Ensure everything is in working order and defects free.
So this ang second nga kuan man ganina steps is ang strengthening. So ganing mo steps is mura na taog ka na ga-maintain, di ba, na kuan naman nato to siya, na separate na nato, dayong na labeled na pod. So in this time, atuan na lang siyang i-maintain og clean ang ato ang area sa ato ang store, so that siya lang taon.
Good evening, Ma'am Cortez. I am Torres Generio. This is continuous of report of Miss Tomas. Standardizing Seketsu. The fourth step in 5S methodology is to standardize. These steps involves creating a set of guidelines and procedures for maintaining the workspace. This includes documenting the previous 3 steps and establishing a regular schedule for their implementation. So standardizing, or Seketsu, this is the 4th steps of 5S methodology. It is to standardize. And this is creating a set of guidelines and previews for maintaining the workspace. So, service, sustaining, or Setsuki is the final steps in the 5S methodology, is to sustain. So, these steps involves creating a cultures of continuous improvement, where the previous 4 steps are consistently followed and workspace is continually optimized. So the final steps is the steps to sustain, and it is creating the culture to continuous improvement, where the previous 4 steps are constantly followed. And the benefits of 5S methodology is to provide numerous benefits to organize that adopt it. Some of the benefits includes the improved productivity, reduce waste, enhance safety, increase employee satisfaction, improves customer satisfaction, improve quality, and reduce costs. So that's all for my part, ma'am.
So, what is the purpose of 5S? So, everybody read.
The purpose of 5S is to make
a
workplace
function
Better by
By
making
making
it
it an
easier
easier
place
place.
to work. So, this occurs by making space make sense. Tools and materials are placed in logical locations based on who needs them, how frequently they are needed, and edge. Spaces are cleaned regularly. Cleaning and organization become habits. When used correctly, 5S ultimately makes processes safer and more efficient. So the 5S is important tools when you are having a store. If you use the 5S, it will become your habits in everyday life. So that's all of my part. Thank you.
I am Vega Lucilin and I am the next reporter. So my topic for today is all about what are recycling process. But before we proceed, let us first tackle what is recycling. Okay, so recycling is the process of turning old and used materials into usable new products. So when we say recycling, di ba familiar naman taan na kay kuan kung elementary ta, ginatutuan siya punta sa atong teacher kung unsaon pag-recycle. So materials that can be recycled is commonly katong mga non-biodegradable materials, just like for example wood, plastic bottles, and kanang mga materials na dili malata. So okay, so recycling process. So ang recycling process is collecting. So this is the first step of recycling done by gathering recyclable waste materials from different sources. So ang collecting is katong mangulikta kag mga materials na pwede nimo magamit sa pag-recycle. Okay, then next is segregating. This is separating the collected waste materials into recyclable from non-recyclable or biodegradable from non-biodegradable. Okay, so kanina part ng segregating is katunaning ilahi nimo ang mga malata o dili malata. Bali, imuha silang separate. Sunod is sorting. Collected materials are classified according to their category or kind. Kaning sorting is similar gihapon siya sa segregating, but ang nakalahiraan niya is isagol nimo siya sa parihas niya klase. Just like for example, plastic bottle. So plastic bottle rapod. Wood. So wood rapod diha. So ilahi nimo siya nga sing sa iyahang kind. So number 4 is cleaning. So this focuses on washing, sterilizing, and disinfecting. This is to ensure that the items are free of germs and harmful bacteria. Spraying of disinfectants can be also considered. So kaning cleaning, di ba, we're all familiar of cleaning. So ato ang limpyuhan. So para makaiwas ta sa germs or mga harmful bacteria. Okay, and the next one is the processing. This is now the final step wherein you start working with your materials, turning them into useful new products. So ang processing is after atong tanan, so collecting, segregating, sorting, cleaning, and last one is processing. Is katulad ni siyang ang materials nga imong nakolekta is himuon na nimo siyang useful nga products. Just like for example, you collected plastic bottles. So you can use this maghimo ba karon og plastic base nga pwede nimo masudlan mga tanong. So now let us move on about the importance of recycling. So kaning naabili mo ang listed nga important sa pag-recycle. So, una is, recycling promotes discipline to individuals who follow the reuse, reduce, and recycle principle. So, we all familiar about reuse, reduce, and recycle. So, nag-promote siya discipline because pinaagi-ana is we are not able to throw our garbage anywhere or bisag asa na to siya ilabay nga ato anang isagol-sagol. And next one is recycling instills the value of unity and cooperation among members of the community. So through recycle, makahatag ko na siya value of unity. Kaya nga naman, pinaagi sa recycle is maka-cooperate man ang tanan nga sa buto ni mga kanisya, diha mo siya ilaban, ingon ana. So with the help of that is makakahimo kita og unity and cooperation sa ato ang community. And the third one is recycling encourage resourcefulness among individuals to creatively process waste materials into useful products. So, kuan jud da resourcefulness kay imbis nga ato siyang ilabay is ato ang siyang himuon nga useful product nga magamit gihapon nato. And the next one is recycling preserves natural resources. Kay na naman imbis nga imuha siyang dauban or kanang unsaon na nimo siya is maka-cause na siya nga ma-pollute ato ang environment. So through the help of recycling, imbis ilabay mo siya bisag asa-asa or dauban mo siya is sa pagpinaagi sa recycling is ma-preserve na mo siya o dili ka maka-cause of pollution sa ato ang environment. Next one is recycling provides income to the family. So through recycling is makahatag taog income sa family. Kay kuan man, kaning pwede man ka maghimo og mga products nga pwede nimo mabaligya. So through that, makakwarta ka. The next one is recycling reduce expenses. Instead of buying new products, we can save money when we use recyclable materials. Yes, kanang makasave din siya og kuan, kwarta. Kaya nga naman, imbis nga magbalik ka flower vase, pwede na mo siya gamon through mga recyclable materials. And next one is recycling saves energy. So fuels is manufacturing products are saved when we recycle. Okay, so recycling reduce pollution caused by waste. So just makakonggingon ka ganiha nga ang recycling maka-reduce siya pollution caused by waste. Kay pag sige labay, like for example, ilabay nimo sa kanang dagat. So in terms of baha, asa man siya papunta ang mga sagbot nato, di ba, sa ato alang Japon. And also sa kanang magdaog-daog ta sa ato mga basura. So through recycling maka-reduce din siya og pollution. And the next one is recycling promotes employment. Recyclable materials can be sold and we can earn money out of it. So ato gisulti ganiha nga makatag siya og income sa mga tao. So through recycling is pwede ka ako gisulti ganiha nga magama ka o mga butang nga pwede nimo mabaligya pinaagi sa mga recyclable materials. So aside sa nakasave pa ta og kwarta, maka-earn pa pud ta og money. Okay, so that would be all ang kato mga importance of recycling, and that would be all sa ako ang part.
Okay, I am Marian Ivilia, one of your reporters today. So this time, I will be discussing about recycles identified materials into functional items, which is part of our topic today, recycling of waste materials. But before that, I want you to arrange these 5 pictures into correct sequence. By the way, it is a recycling process that discussed by Miss Viga earlier. What do you think is the first process or the first step? Okay, very good. This one is the first step, which is collecting. How about the second? Okay, very good. This one is the second, which is segregating. How about the third one? Okay, this one, sorting, which is the collected materials are arranged according to their category or kind. How about the fourth one? Okay, this one, cleaning. And the last one is the processing, which is the final step. So, thank you for your cooperation. So, recycling is a very interesting and exciting in the sense that it will challenge your creativity and resourcefulness. So, a lot of recycled materials can be made into various unique and useful new products. So, recycled items serves a purpose to household, offices, and even to gardens. They can be beautiful and elegant decorations too. So, Did you see any recyclable materials that are turned into unique and useful products in your school? Okay. What are those? So, okay, very good. Papers, plastic bottles, and wood. So, how about in your community? Okay, very good. Rubber. So, it can also be a recyclable material. So, what makes them to become useful products? Okay, so yes, they become useful as they help in the conservations of many non-renewable resources. So they reduces the amount of waste materials and helps in keeping our community clean. So here are some recyclable materials and products that can be made out of them. So the first one is paper. Old newspapers and scratch papers can be made into paper charcoal. So, did you know what is paper charcoal? Okay, I will show you the example of paper charcoal in the screen. So, paper charcoal can be used in cooking and ideal to use in rainy season. So, paper is the most important ingredients in making paper mache with different unique figures. So, I will also show you the example of paper mache in the screen. So, clean and tidy papers can be cut into uniform sizes, then bend them into scrapbooks, memo pads, and notebooks. So, paper is very useful too in terms of recycling it into a new product. So, let's have the second one, paper bottles. They can be made into beautiful plastic flowers. So, syempre, ang bottles is common na siya nga, pwede siya mahimo nga plastic flowers and pwede na ito siyang i-design sa ato ang balay. Dili lang po sa balay, pwede sa atong mga office and then sa gardens. It can be cut into uniform sizes, printed and displayed as unique days organizers. So they can be used also as materials in constructing plant boxes for vegetable garden. So, tins and cans. Tins and cans can be cut and painted during them into useful pencil holder. So, para di na ta magpalit-palit og pencil holder, so, pwede ta makagamit og mga tins and cans sa atong balay. Ito siyang i-recycle into useful new products, which is the, pencil holder. So, mas tsada pa siya kay ma-designan pa natong mga lain-lain nga ganahan natong design if wanted to. They can be made into lanterns and other Christmas decor. Yes. Pwede po dahil siya nga mahimong lanterns and then Christmas decors. Let's have the next one, which is empty wine bottles. They can be made as decorative flower holder. Yes, pwede na to siya butangan sa ato ang mga bulak ang empty wine bottle. Then colored wine bottle can also be made into wall decorations. Pwede po dahil siya na to pang wall decorations. And then they can also be painted and hung on corners as decorations. Can be arranged on the cabinet artistically. So let's have the next one. Empty plastic bottles. They can be cut and used as pots for both flowers and vegetables. So empty plastic bottles is pwede ni siya nga butangan sa himong pots sa both flowers and vegetable. Pwede na tong diha ta magtanom sa ato ang vegetables sa garden and then ato ang designan. So pwede na to ni siyang designan og like pig, rabbit, and then birds. Ingana, it's up to us na og unsaon na to siya pag-design. Okay, let's have the next one. The wood. Wood from house and construction waste can be turned into wooden tiles, chairs, tables, kitchen wooden utensils, and other garden decorations. So, yes, daghan jud kaayong gamit ang wood. Pwede na to ni siyang mahimong tiles, chairs, and then inatamagas to magamaaratag chairs. Just like my father, he kung makabalot ang mahimong chairs and tables, pwede po na to ni siyang baligya para maka-kuan po tag money, maka-extra income. And then wooden utensils and other garden decorations. So, pwede po na siyang i-design sa garden. So let's have the last one, tires. Used tires can be made into different garden decorations. So, yes, hindi kayo siya sa garden decoration. So, naayubang tao nga, sweet education mo gama og mga design gamit ang tires. Pwede niyang himuong kuan, lain-lain nga animals. Like what I said earlier, katong plastic bottle, gipor maglain-lain animals, pwede pud ang tires nga pwede purmahog lain-lain nga animals. So, have you ever tried recycling? If you do, then it is sure that you had experienced that feeling of joy and success. But if you have not tried yet, it's okay. I will introduce to you some of suggested recycled materials that you will surely love to make. But it is hard to make a project without proper plan. So, planning is essential in every project we make, especially in recycling. So, now, I'll discuss to you what is project plan and its parts. So, first, what is project plan? It's a formal document designed to guide in the execution of projects. So, importante jud og natay project plan kay mag-guided man ta, and then para ma-proper pud ang execution, para pud natay sundon nga process. And then, parts of project plan. First one is project title. Importante jud ang natay project title kay it tells what the project is all about. So, tells kung unsan ang ato ang project nga gihimo. The second one is project objectives. Tells the purpose of the project. So, dapat na po tayo project objective sa ato ang project nga himuon kay usay purpose sa ato ang gigama nga project o para asa siya. And then the third one is bill of materials. Tell the materials to be used. This part contains the unit, quantity, description, the unit price, and the total price for each item needed. So, sa bill of materials, unsalan mga materials nga ato ang gamiton or kinahanglanon. Nag-tells pud ni siya og pila kabuk materials, and then tagpila, and then unsay total price niya. The fourth one is tools needed. Tells about the different tools, machines, or gadgets needed in the making of the project. So, unsalay mga tools like scissors, and then cutter, and any tools nga pwede na to nga himo, pwede na to magamit para mahimo na to ang project. And then the fifth one is procedure. Tells the exact step in preparation of project. So, procedure. Di po na to ni siya kalimtan. Nag-tells ni siya kung sa mga process pasunod sa paggama sa project. And then the last one is working drawing. Shows the skill drawing of an object to be made or structure to be built intended for direct use of the workman. So working drawing kanin ni siya is structure ni siya or forma sa product nga to ang himuon. So knowing these parts of project plan, you can now recycle identified materials into functional items.
Good evening once again. So I am Zerna Jovelin. Now let's proceed to the step on how to make an easy flower pot using or made of plastic bottle. So the materials are plastic bottle, marker, cutter or knife, scissor, spray paint or paint, and screwdriver. So step number 1. So get a big plastic bottle and remove the level. So kuhaon na to ang mga levels. Then, kuhaon na to ang level. And then, sunod, using a marker, make a circle around the bottle just below the middle. So, ito nga na to siya, marker, form as a circle. And then, pag humana to siya kuan, butang og marker, cut using a cutter or knife.
Okay, then pag human ato siya gunting, ato siya clean the edges using a pair of scissors. So atong lipiwan ang edges niya. And then step number 2, using a scissor, cut the petals of your flower pot. So ato siyang guntingan. And then, make 6 petals by cutting the plastic bottle vertically up until the middle. And then, pagkahuman, once cut, curve the end of each petal with your scissors. So, muna ni siya ang gigawas. And then, step number 3, fold all the petals outward. So, ato siyang peel-on pa gawas. And then, make sure to fully bend each one and it will open upward. So, muna ni siya guys, ang ligawas. And then, press each petal lightly so it will open downward. So, ato siyang i-press para mo gawas ang iyahang kuan. And then, step number 4, get the bottom part of the plastic bottle and mark just above the feet of the plastic bottle. So, katong sa iyang ilalom. So, ato siyang guntingon. And then, cut it using a cutter and clean using a pair of scissors. Using the bottle cap, mark a circle on the feet. Hit the top of your screwdriver and use it to cut the circle. So, ato ni siyang butang marker. And then pagkauman ato siya butang marker, ato siyang guntingon, atong subayon ning atong gikuan nga marker. And then pagkahuman atong kwaon tong taklob. And then, mag-form tag circle sa kuan alom. And then, human na siya circle guys. And then, mahuman is kuan, atong gamitan og screwdriver itong painito ni siya. And then, mabangan na ni siya. So, mauna na ni siya igawas. And then, pagkahuman is, remove the plastic cap from the flower plastic. Then, insert it into the feet of the plastic bottle. So, mauna to ni siya. And then, atong kaoning taklob, atong ipasulod dire. And then, takluban. And then, once inserted, put the cap back on So, mauna ni siya atong ibutang dire sa sulod. And then, step number 6, using a spray paint or paint your DIY pot. So, once done, set it aside and let it dry. So, paugon nimo siya pagkahuman nimo paint. And then, when it completely dry, get the screwdriver and hit that tip again. So, pagkahuman nimo siya kuan paint, so, muna ni siya ako ang finished product. So, ako na ni siyang gibulad. And then, pagkahuman is, bangagan na to siya diri sa kuan, sa neck of the bottle of the drain. So, para pag inig kuan, magtanom ta, magawas ra ang mga tubig niya. And then, you now have your own DIY pot from plastic bottle. So, muna ni siya finished product.